Alright, there we go. Well, first of all, before we even introduce this episode, I just want to give my respect to this man already because he came prepared, and he's been flexible and adaptable during his whole production thus far, and kudos to him. Like, for real, bro. Different respect on a different level as I'm growing, as you already know. So I'm excited for this episode. So without further ado, let's get it rolling. Welcome back. It's the philosophy of chilling. I'm your host. Don't let that connect. Um, Today, again, I'm not by myself. I'm joined by another individual, and he's here today to share his ideology, his philosophy on how he's experienced his life and how he chooses to move forward in whatever topic we discuss today. So, without further ado, can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Rufus Gio. I'm from Miami. I've been in Atlanta about 2.5 years at this point. And yeah, I love the A. I'm also a DJ. I'm a videographer. So I do a little bit of both. And yeah, that's what I'm on right now.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much for the cookies.
Thank
Beautiful
you.
cookies. Freshly baked, by the way.
I'm so
Out the
excited.
oven.
Thank you so much. Shout out. Shout out for real. If you want me to say your name, let me know. If not, we just keep moving forward. For sure.
I'm gonna do it like, hold on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Certified.
We appreciate it. I'm excited for this. I actually have to make sure I sit down and take these notes
Mm-hmm.
because I definitely have to remember the question because with you, I think we're going to touch a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So that's why because I never really tell the theme of
Yeah.
what we're talking about until we're actually on the show. So with you, I wanted to talk about how do you fuel your curiosity
Mm-hmm.
through the different ups and downs that you may experience in your life, and then so that's one
Okay.
of the things. So basically, the overarching theme is curiosity, and
Curiosity.
that's my first question is how
Gotcha.
do you do that?
So my bad. I just want to make sure I get the question
Mm-hmm.
right. So you said my curiosity,
Mm-hmm.
um, in life and just like how I go about making decisions. You mean or like
Mm-hmm.
okay?
Yeah, yeah. Because we're gonna get more specific
Yeah,
as
for
it goes
sure.
on. Because I really want to tie it back to
So you
what you
mean
do.
curiosity? Like I mean, for me, like when you say curiosity, I think like what like are we talking about? Just like how I just keep moving forward in life and what keeps me driving, what keeps my drive up. I don't know. It's just I mean really it's just like I guess like my art form really like I just I love being able to create. So I think that's really like where how far can I take this? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's kind of where I'm at in my life right now. 23 years old. I'm gonna watch this like in a few years and be like I might be thinking differently
That's
from
right.
23-year-old me, but yeah, that's where I'm at this point in my life. So it's a really profound question to start with. But that
Well,
was a good question though. I love
I
it. I
I
love it.
appreciate that. Because ideally, like I want to utilize that as like the umbrella. Because if your curiosity is fueled through your passions,
Mm-hmm.
like in the beginning, before you people knew you as Geo,
Yeah.
and you were just like learning yourself. What was that like? Like, what was your environment? and
Well, right,
everything
right.
else like.
I mean, I feel like I've always surrounded myself with creative people, so it just comes from around the people that I was with growing up. Um, yeah, definitely my cousin. Shout out Fresco. Yeah, he kind of was the one who introduced me to film because we would just make like stupid skits. Like when like he was in high school at the time, I was in fourth grade, so he just needed help with his film class, and we
Mhm.
would just make like some stupid videos and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So that's kind of where I got introduced to like the filmmaking, and then my godfather gave me a controller to DJ because he would DJ family parties, and I guess he got a new controller. He gave me this like really old controller, and I started learning how to DJ off like virtual DJ. So I was maybe like around 11 at that time, and yeah, just always messed around with that. But for the DJing, I would say I didn't really take it seriously until like maybe like a year and a half ago. Um, yeah, I mean I've always DJed like small stuff, like high school stuff and whatnot. But I
Mhm.
came out here, moved out here, and I just saw it as like, hey, like it's something I could really like do, and I'm really glad I made that decision to be honest, because it's been really fun and it's been a blessing for us. So yeah.
So like it's interesting because that's pretty much the one thing that like I could tell was consistent within like any environment
Mhm.
or decision you had to face. So what was it like choosing to still maintain that amongst those
Mhm.
experiences?
Choosing to still maintain like the drive I got to like keep creating.
Yeah, because I mean that's what's fueling your curiosity to even come to Atlanta.
Yeah, for sure.
Like what could I achieve doing this
Yeah,
in this environment? Type.
100%. Yeah, I mean, man, I do see a future in being creative. I really do. I see myself, you know, uh, being able to like be fully financially free doing what I do. Like it's there, bro. It's attainable. Like I can do it. Like it's I know it, but it's a process though. So yeah, you still gotta like obviously work those jobs to stay afloat. But um, is to be like an entrepreneur, you really gotta be okay with like setting like maybe like struggling on the way up or making sacrifices. But I feel like in the end, it's gonna be worth it once you're like actually living off of your full creative like control. Like everything you do, the way you make your money is like what you think about. You're not working for somebody else and whatnot. But I went through those steps to get to where I'm at. So that's kind of like the way I see things. That's kind of like the way I approach it. Like I know I gotta make sacrifices, meet the right people, build the right network to really like be who I want to be. So it's a process. It's not easy, but I'm down to do it. You can,
No, that's real.
yeah, that's the way I see it. These
I
questions have been really hard hitting. I'm like, yo, I really gotta like dig within myself to really answer this. But yeah, yeah,
not.
I,
Thank
I, I
you.
appreciate it. No, no, I'm like really like appreciating that. That's cool. Um, it really it makes for a really dope conversation for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. I just like I meet people all the time, but like you understand like what type
yeah,
of environments we be in.
yeah,
Like this
yeah,
is not really a hey, let's chop it up. This is just okay, bro. We're here vibing
yeah,
out.
yeah,
We supporting who we supporting,
yeah,
and at the end of the night, we all finna go back to the next thing we gonna do,
yeah,
or back to the crib.
yeah.
So I really like. Excuse me, I had a burp. But I really value if somebody takes time out their day to like really come down and chop it up,
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree.
cause time is the most valuable thing we got. So Like I really do be genuinely want to ask people these questions and like learn more. I just we don't always got the space and time to do so. So
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that. Yeah, that's cool. I like the way that you see that. It's very interesting. But yeah, yeah, I can definitely see that. Definitely see that.
for
I
sure,
mean, yeah, you be meeting people. A lot of time would just be surface level, networking. But everybody really got different stories, so everybody could tell you something different, and it is very interesting to know, like, oh, like, what do you do, or what makes you keep going, right? Like,
mm,
what keeps your drive up? So yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
for sure.
that's cool.
Um, so I still got more questions.
No, for sure, for sure.
All
Ask
right.
away.
So your let's talk about your DJing first, and then
Okay.
we'll come back to Atlanta.
Okay.
Cause you said you like being here, and there's some people that say they like it when they visit. Some people say don't like it at all.
Yeah.
It just what I'm saying, it's a balance beam at the end of the day, wherever you go. But with your DJing, like you said, you got equipment young, but even as you got established, what was it like to experience having to continue like developing your craft? Like, what was it like for you to be getting the zone and say, bro, okay, I have to get this rep in, even if I don't feel like it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm getting this rep in because I'm trying to do X, Y, Z, A, B, C.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, coming up as a DJ, you just gotta pay your dues, man. That's what I've been learning. Um, just pay your dues as a DJ. You gotta go if you want to be established. You gotta go through A, B, and C to get to X, Y, Z. Uh, because yeah, I mean, you just like you get to like the so called top, and you don't really know what it is to like struggle to become up to go up there. Take the time to do it, and you know, obviously you're just doing a lot of stuff at the beginning for free. Um, Sometimes, yeah, just you do stuff for free, but you know that it'll get you to the next step. So you might have to do that real quick, but it's cool. Like I'm not opposed to that, right? So
Mm-hmm.
um, that's that. I mean, also just getting like beginner gigs, opening up, paying for the empty dance floors, um, stuff like that. Sometimes people might not even show up during your set. Shit, that's okay.
Yep.
You get to practice out. You know what I'm saying? And just practice session real quick. But yeah, trying new stuff like new transitions, stuff that you learn, stuff that you pick up, trying it out. But it's also just like not knowing about equipment and looking stupid, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
shit, like just ask questions.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, how do I fucking connect audio to this and whatnot? What outputs do I go through?
Uh.
Blah blah blah, whatever. How do I turn this on? How do I connect to this controller?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. But there's gonna be a lot of that looking stupid and just opening up and just doing that, just paying your dues or just training or I don't know. But that's the way I see it.
Yeah.
So start it now so you can be successful, sooner. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, um, go through a lot of that for sure.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that
Yeah,
because even for myself, I'd rather ask
yeah,
than break some shit.
yeah,
Like
yeah. Thanks.
I'm gonna get in so much more trouble if I
Yeah,
break some shit
yeah, for sure, for sure.
versus just being like, hey, how do I appropriately attach this cable?
Hmm.
Okay, not a problem. Here, let me show you.
Yeah,
You get what I mean? Because a lot of people, what I can say, depending on what environments you've been placed in, because there have been some people that say they have bad experiences. But at least for me, for the most part, I've met some pretty good people that can communicate on like different sets and stuff.
yeah,
And they're pretty much like, yes, ask me questions,
hmm,
please. Like,
yeah.
I would rather you that than just trying to figure it out by yourself.
I agree with that. 100%. Yeah, I mean, asking questions, it's gonna get you to where you gotta be. If you just keep your mouth shut, you're just not, you're not connecting well enough. You gotta ask questions. I think once you ask questions, people will be more inclined to help you out. And yeah, it's don't be afraid to ask questions. It's not gonna get you nowhere, man. So yeah, I feel it.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be asking around.
That's true. Okay, so back to Atlanta. What have you actually gotten out of this environment?
Man, I've just gotten. I mean, yeah, just I think Atlanta's gonna be the city that I say that made me, for sure. Because in Miami, I mean, yeah, we're shooting music videos and stuff like that. I got my name out there, but this is a whole new network that I man, I first moved here, bro. I didn't know nobody. Like I was like first month, I was just alone, cooking at the crib,
Mm-hmm.
just going to GSU. That's what my life was like at one point,
Mm-hmm.
and I just took it upon myself to just start meeting people and just bring my talents to the table out here. So yeah, yeah. I mean, just being able to go from that to now having this network. I mean, yeah, it's cool to see what I got from here too. But yeah, just a lot of just like life knowledge, being like away from the parents' crib because like first time living out of the house, I was already in a new city. It's not like I moved out like down the street. It was like shit. My folks are 9 hours away driving. Like that's kind of wild. So to go to make that switch and not have any family out here, just like me, it was just kind of like, oh shit, I really got to do this shit. Like
Yeah.
I can't just. I mean, I don't got no family to like hold me down out here. Like what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying. Like not that they say that my family's not there for me, but like they're physically not in the area. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I love my family. They've helped me out with a lot, but yeah, it's just like now it's different because it's like oh shit, I gotta really like be an adult here. You feel me? Like
Mm-hmm.
to a lot more of a degree than when I was living with them. So just maturing in that way as well, and just like yeah, just I think it's a little bit of both of that where I really proved to myself like yeah, I can really make my own network out here, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to be my own person out here too. So I think that's something that like I mean I always value out from getting from Atlanta for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Um,
that's that's where I'm at.
I'm glad that was your experience, or
Yeah,
that is your continuous experience.
yeah,
So at this point, we're getting to the close end of the show. So I have two more questions,
for sure.
and then I always pass it off to the guests.
Okay,
And in that, you can ask me any question you like.
okay, okay,
And
cool,
it doesn't have to pertain to the topic of today or what have you, but you can just ask a question that's been in your mind.
cool. Sounds good.
So, my second to last question: what is it that you envision yourself as growing into at this point in your life? Like, what is the vision that you're going towards?
Um, I'm just trying to build like financial freedom or just being able to at least fully support myself off of what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Also just like seeing where else I could take my network. I feel like I'm still not done building a great network. Or just I still like there's a lot. I still feel like there's a lot more to accomplish. So yeah, just just that and yeah, just um, being able to like own my like business and like being the person that like I'm getting so many calls. Like I already got like a group of people that I can trust that will get the job done right, in my opinion. So
Mm-hmm.
just having that, like being able to turn from you know the guy looking for work to the guy giving out work. So
Mm-hmm.
because I mean you're not gonna get successful if you don't work with people. So
That's facts.
yeah, so that's kind of where I see it. So I want to be that guy where um, people hit me up for a job and I'm like, oh man, I'm booked, but I got somebody else who can do it. Have everybody eat type vibe. So that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like where I want to be at. So yeah.
That's real shit.
Yeah.
Um, I can definitely resonate with that myself. I just let's see how this thing goes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let's see how this thing goes for real. Yes.
Um, so with that being said, that goes to my last question. Um, you talked about literally your craft in a sense of how your curiosity has been grown and developed, how you stay or not necessarily maintain, but continue to challenge yourself to grow.
Yeah.
So what is the staple that you're trying to place within the vision that you're aiming for? Like, what do you want that vision to be like? Okay, boom, I'm in this place, I'm here, but what am I imprinting
Yeah.
on to the ones that are choosing to support me?
Mm. Um, man, I don't know. I said I gotta think about that real quick.
So,
Yeah, that is a good one. Um, yeah, for me, I mean, I just want to be known as the guy like that you hit up, like when you need something done, like I got you. I want to be known as that person. Like you need my services, like I can do it and I can do it good, and like just someone like you can trust to like get the job done right. Like I guess that's what I want people to know me as, right? But also just be like also just really talented and like I mean I feel like I put a lot of work and creativeness into what I do. So um, just people being like, yo, like it's talent, or yeah, I can respect what he sees, right? So yeah, just yeah. But those are the two things that I like. If I was to go right now, like I want to leave with another for it. So yeah, I mean, I try to be the most the best out you can get. Like whatever experience you got me for, like I'm trying to make sure like people appreciate it and enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like what keeps me going with that. So yeah,
for sure. That's that's great to know, man.
yeah, for
Like,
sure. Yeah, I just try to bring an experience that you're definitely gonna want to use again, and what I'm saying. Like I say like I put in work to be able to do that. So yeah, and when it comes to the video and when it comes to the DJing, like both. Like I'm not just trying to do it just to do it. Like it's like I want people to like appreciate it. So yeah, that's kind of where what I want to leave with people.
thank you for that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Like, for real, for thank you for having that type of intention when you go into these spaces and everything else.
yeah, 100%.
So the mic is not yours. Like,
Um, man, where do you see yourself? You know, uh, going with this platform. Uh, what do you envision for the philosophy of chilling? Like, let this be a record of where you started and like where you want it to go, and compare it to yourself in the next 5 years. Like, what would you say?
interesting. Um, well, I've already been proven wrong. Um, so that's cool to experience. Cause at first when I started this, I was just like, bro, I'm just putting it out. I don't really care if anyone hears it or not. I'm just doing it just to do it, which is still true to this day. But now I can say there's more than one person that watches it
Yeah,
consistently, and at least one person is watching it consistently. Like,
yeah,
so it's like, okay, or listening consistently. So it's like, okay, well, I can't say I want this now because this is already accomplished and is happening.
hmm,
So, I mean, I just wanted to just help, if anything, or just give another perspective that, just opens someone else's mind up just a little bit more, if that makes sense.
yeah,
Because, I mean, I can't really control what happens with this content once it's out.
yeah,
So I just know how to anticipate what could potentially occur.
Mm.
So I'm just living in it instead of being surprised by it, but
Yeah.
when or if it happens.
Yeah.
So
100%.
yeah, if it happens, shit, I'm appreciative, and I will try to uphold the responsibility as best I can because it's a
Yeah.
lot of people going down right now, and it's
Yeah.
like, we had faith in you, and
Mhm.
you was just out
Yeah.
here wilding.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like there's control is the difference between you and that person is that you got self control. So, you know, you definitely gotta use that. But
Mm,
yeah, cool. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I also see that you got other stuff going on too. So it's like, at the same time, it's like you got other hustles going on. So it's like you're not putting too many eggs in one basket. So, hey, you know, this other thing might blow up for you too. So you might have to turn attention to that. So, just depending on how it goes, you just kind of like, hey man, like wherever it hits, it hits, and it's like we're gonna be good regardless because you got multiple, stuff going on. So it's cool. I feel the same way. DJing, video. I
mm,
got two different avenues where I can show my talents. So yeah, like it's cool to just be able to like be a comedian and do what you got to do wherever you go. So
yeah,
yeah,
for
I can
sure.
always respect when I see somebody else on that type of grind. So it's cool.
I appreciate that
Yeah,
for
for
real,
sure.
cause hey, it's real talk. Like I still care about all this stuff, but like you said, it's exactly like that.
Yeah,
Like you know, we good either way,
yeah,
cause as soon as one blessing hit, it's gonna touch multiple folks regardless. Cause like you said, you can't do shit without a team.
yeah. Facts. You
So
can't.
whoever got the resources, let's make it
Mm-hmm.
happen.
Factual. Yes, I agree with that.
hmm
Yes, sir.
Shit. So with that being said, we could really be sitting here all day talking. We're really just
Yeah.
chilling at the end of the day. But y'all gotta go. So you know where to find everybody. He's gonna remind you again where to find him and on all his platforms. So without all that being said yet, stay tuned for that info and I'm gonna hand it off to him. Let's go.
At with the Geo, all platforms. That's where you can find me. Yeah, just give me a follow. And yeah, I appreciate you for having me. This was really fire. We got some really good cookies. Bro, we were literally just chilling for. Yeah, it was dope. I appreciate you for.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we out of here. Peace.
Peace.